Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Beatrice will be here in a couple of minutes.
No problem. I'll still give a couple of minutes in case someone else is connecting. Are you back up on your feet, Colin?
I'm on my feet, but I'm just doing gentle walking, nothing else.
Yeah, okay.
She's up and running. I said she is up and running.
All right, guys. Well, hello, Sabina.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks.
That's great. So we might jump into the education side of things to start off with, because we are starting a new topic this week. I'm pretty sure the topics last a week, maybe 2 weeks. So we're moving into more cardiovascular health. So today's session will be a little bit more high intensity if you want it to be. So you do have the option to choose how hard you're working, but the idea is to kind of get that heart rate elevated, maybe feel a little bit more puffy. Colin, there are some lower body exercises, but once I introduce the exercise, if you want an upper body version or just something to do upper body instead, let me know and I will give you something else.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Cool. So we'll jump into cardiovascular health. So I'll just do a really basic introduction on the cardiovascular system. So it includes our heart and our blood vessels. And the main role is obviously to keep us alive by transporting blood containing the nutrients and oxygens to all of our vital organs and limbs so that we are able to move, breathe, think, digest, and function. So the components, the heart being the muscular pump that forces the blood around the body, and the blood vessels. So there's the arteries, so the vessels that contain oxygenated blood away from the heart. So once the heart the heart and lungs kind of work together to oxygenate the blood, and then that gets pumped around our body, and then veins bring back the deoxygenated blood back to the heart to get oxygenated again. And then we have our capillaries, so the tiny vessels that branch off from the arteries to deliver blood to all other body tissues. So there's two circulatory systems. The first one's systematic, so it transports the blood from the heart to the organs and limbs. And then there's pulmonary, transports the blood between the heart and lungs to oxygenate the blood, what I was mentioning before. And then, so within the heart itself, there's 4 chambers, the 2 atria and 2 ventricles. So deoxygenated blood from the body enters into the right atrium of the heart, then travels down, travels down to the right ventricle via a one-way valve. And then the right ventricle pumps blood out of the heart into the lungs, where it becomes oxygenated and then this blood then is received into the left atrium and then travels down into the left ventricle and then is pumped out to the body. So it's a nice little system there. That's what goes around. If you want to see a picture, here is a picture. You probably can't really read the words, but it's kind of interesting how it all works together. Any questions?
No.
Copy of that.
Can we have a copy of that?
Yes, I will make a note and see if it can get emailed out to everyone.
Lovely, thank you. You managed to start, you managed to get on
Yeah.
Perfect. Excellent, no problem. I will look into that afterwards and see if Sophie can send out an email with the information attached.
Thank you.
So today's today's exercise is in line with improving our cardiovascular health then. So it's a little bit more high intensity, like I was mentioning before, and we're doing it in a little bit of more of a circuit. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 exercises that we'll do 3 rounds of, and we'll work in kind of time intervals. So it'll be 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, and we'll keep repeating that until we've gone through it 3 times. If you need any extra breaks or you need me to kind of slow down a little bit, just let me know, and we can create more rest time for you just to either catch your breath or learn the exercise a little bit better. So you will only really need the chair, a wall and dumbbells for today's session, but potentially, Colin, if you need me to modify anything, you might want to keep your TheraBand around close by as well, and have some water ready as well. Cool. We might, if nobody has any questions or concerns, we might jump into a warm-up first. So we'll start into kind of a little bit more of our routine warm-up that we usually do, but we'll start with some nice deep press. Fill up the rib cage. You're really trying to expand the ribs, maybe making your spine nice and long, trying to stand tall or sit tall, and then reaching up as you take that inhale. Exhale, coming down. Just move through that how you need to. Inhale, really try and expand the rib cage. Stretch spine long up to the roof. Exhale, coming back down. 2 more. Last one. All right, going into, this is a nice base of support. Bring your arms by your side, bending your elbows, or you can cross your arms on your chest. So we're just going for our little upper body twists. I'm trying to keep our hips still. They're kind of like a pivot point. And we're just trying to rotate our shoulders and up and back around. So thinking about drawing in your tummy muscles. We don't want to be arching through the back at all. I'm using them to control our rotation through to that end point before we twist back. Good, 3, 2, 1, excellent. All right, let's get our legs moving a little bit in a march. Colin, if you're seated, you can still do this marching in a seated position. So start thinking about your hips. Are you using your glutes, your hip flexors? When you lift your foot, are you coming up off your toes or are you lifting from a flat foot position? How are you breathing? Try to expand those rib cages, keeping the spine long. Let's add in our arms now. Oh, pardon me. Good, all right, from our walking, we're gonna go into our heel taps. So, trying to stretch our foot out in front, you can't see my foot, to just tap your heel on the ground. Try and keep your arms involved, so we're gonna do opposite arm, opposite leg. Doing a little knee bend. Standing your knee out straight. If you're seated, Colin, try and get that heel tap, activate the quads a little. Three, two, one, and relax. Good. All right, let's go arms out by our sides. Let's warm up our shoulders, and we're going for a little circles. So try and relax your shoulders down away from your ears. You're using your back muscles to hold your arms up. So we're trying not to be all shrinked up like this. Try and relax those shoulders and do those circles. Still thinking about drawing in your tummies. Is your posture right based off what you've learned over the last number of weeks? And reverse direction. Might be feeling a bit harder now. Let's draw our attention to our breath. Nice deep breath. Expand the rib cage. 3, 2, 1, down. Good. Just swinging our arms across our body. Like a bit of a pendulum, so let your arms kind of just float. Good, and a couple of shoulder rolls. This time using your muscles to lift up and then push down, creating nice big circles. Good, and reverse direction. Good, all right, this time we're gonna go feet a little bit wider and we're going to bring up our fists for some shadow boxing. So making them nice, clear punches. I don't want just swinging like this. We need to have nice, strong abs. Across, back, good. So just start at a kind of moderate pace. Nice deep breaths. So exhale on the punch, inhale, bring it back in. Good, now let's speed it up. So, faster punches. Might have to breathe a little faster. Keep the shoulders relaxed a little. Good. 3, 2, 1, done. Relax. Good. Little shake of the arms. Excellent. All right, let's go into some more high knees. So start with walking on the spots, get the legs moving, and then once you've got that rhythm going, now let's try and bring up our knees a little higher. So it's a high knee, little step, opposite knee, little step. Good. Think about your ribs trying to draw down to your hips when you lift up that knee. Get a nice little ab workout as well. Last couple. Good, and last one. Good, you're still walking on the spot. Nice deep breath, expand the ribs again, straighten out your spine, or make it long. Exhale. 3, 2, 1, done. Good. All right. I think we'll be warm enough to get into our little circuit. So the first one we're doing is some body weight squats. Before we progress, Colin, would you like an alternative?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, and will you be seated or will you do it standing still?
Seated.
Seated. Okay. So, Colin, I'll just get you doing some shoulder presses. So trying to sit tall. When you press up with your dumbbells, see if you can lift one leg. So you'll be seated on your chair. When you come up, I just want to see if you can lift one leg, down and up, opposite leg. So the idea is to try and keep your torso as still as possible and not rocking from side to side when you lift one leg. Will that be okay?
Yep.
Yep, perfect. So you'll be doing that for the 30 seconds. Ladies, you'll be doing our body weight squats. So don't worry about the dumbbells. That was just an alternative for Colin. So we'll be doing squats. So setting up in a nice hip distance apart with your feet, with your toes slightly turned out. We're breaking out the hips first, squatting down and coming up. Good. So up and down. So have your hands in front, cross them over at your chest, have them down by your side, whatever feels most comfortable, but that's what we'll be doing. All right, guys, so we'll be doing that for 30 seconds, and then we're gonna rest, and then we'll probably repeat that 3 times before we move to the next one. So we'll just do the same exercise so we don't get confused. All right, 30 seconds, about to start now. Let's go. So ladies, we're squatting. Colin, you're doing your shoulder press with alternate leg lifts. Trying to keep your body as still as possible, so trying to incorporate your abs. Ladies, with your squat, trying to squat down, push up through your heels, squeeze your butt at the top. Drawing in the belly button and your abdominals, making sure your back is as flat as possible. Good, and rest there. So 30 seconds rest. Now deep breaths. You might feel a little bit more puffy than you did before you started. Just try and get that oxygen in. So every time we breathe, we're oxygenating our blood. We're helping our lungs prepare that blood to be pumped around the body. So in 5 seconds, we're going to start again. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Squatting up and down. Just moving at a pace that you're comfortable with. If you want it to be harder, you'll move faster. As long as you're keeping that correct technique. Good. Tummy's still on, so we're not just folding down to face our chest to the ground. We want to try and lean our chest up towards the camera. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Little 30 seconds rest now. We have one more round, so see if you can try and go a little bit harder or a little bit faster for this next one. Three, 2, 1. Let's go, ladies. Squatting. Colin, shoulder pressing. Four, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Whew. So our next one is just, you can choose. If you are not sure how you're going to hold out in terms of your fitness, you can just do walking on the spot, but we're trying to do a more increased pace than we did in our warm-up. If you're up for a little bit of a challenge, we're going to do some jogging on the spot. All right, so just a little rest still, grab a drink if you need. Colin?
Yes.
I would like you to try some seated back extensions. So from your chair, I want you to try and have your hands up behind your back. So try and open up your chest and have your back nice and straight. You're going to fold forward and try and use your back muscles and glutes to extend back up.
Okay.
So abs will have to be on the whole time, no kind of floppy spines, nice and strong, forward and back. Try and keep your gaze on something in front of you as well so that your head isn't going up and down. It should be moving in time with your back.
Okay.
Awesome. All right, we might get started. So ladies, if you're up for it, we're jogging on the spot. If you need to bring it down a little bit, then you can start walking, but try and do it at a faster pace. Nice deep breaths. Keep your spine long. The more you can inflate into your lungs, the lighter your upper body becomes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Nice deep breath. 30 seconds rest. If you felt that was a little bit easy, try and pick up the pace this next time. Everyone's going to be working at different levels. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go again. So doing your exercise. Good. Again, get your arms involved. So swinging opposite arm, opposite leg, no matter if you're walking or running. 5 seconds left. And resting there. Good. Grab a little sip of water if you need. We do have a 30-second rest.
I didn't have time to get any water.
Good. 15 seconds left. Nice deep breath.
See when we finished first.
We have 1 more round left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go again. Last one, so give it everything you've got for this one. We do have more exercises to come.
Yeah, this is very good. This is very good.
Halfway, let's keep going. Nice deep breaths. Expand your lungs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. All right, so while we're resting, I will show you the next exercise. And we've done it before, so it should be familiar, but we're doing wall push-ups. So starting in a nice straight position and doing our push-ups in and out of the wall. We do want to try and make them a little bit faster than what we've probably done them in the
I'll
past.
probably do that one.
Would you be okay doing this one, Colin, or do you want to see?
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. So we're going to get started if everyone's in their positions. Good, so make sure you're drawing in your tummy, try and make your spine strong and not compromised in an arched position, so tucking ribs towards hips. All right, let's go everybody, 30 seconds of push-ups. Nice exhale when you push out, inhale when you come in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Give them arms a little shake out. We've got 30 seconds rest. Good, nice deep breaths. 10 seconds left. All right, 5 seconds, getting into positions for our second round. And let's go. Chest into wall, exhale, push out. Either try and move a little bit faster if you want more of a workout. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Last 30 seconds rest before our last round. Grabbing a drink if you need, you've got 20 seconds left.
Sorry, can I mention something quickly?
Yeah.
Can I just grab something?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, you only
Sorry.
All right, sorry guys, let's get started in our last round. You got an extra 7 seconds rest there, so lucky. All right, last 30 seconds. So hands on the wall, pushing in, pushing out. If you want a bit more of a workout again, you can try and kind of push off the wall so that you almost bounce off. Do a little clap with your hands and then land back on the wall. I'm doing it if anyone wants to see. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Perfect. Grab a little sip of water if you need. We'll move into our second, or not second, 1, 2, 3, 4 exercise. Cool. Which is we're going back to our jogging on the spot. So jogging, jogging, jogging. Colin, do you want to try walking on the spot or do you want a seated option?
Seated, please.
Seated, please. Cool. Not a problem. Let's do for you your banded flies. So getting a band around your shoulders, Colin. Arms almost straight but a slight bend. And I just want you doing like giving yourself a big clap. So we're working that chest muscle again.
Okay.
Cool. All right, everybody, let's officially get going. So 30 seconds. Good, halfway, nice deep breath. And resting there. Good. Nice deep breaths, grab a drink if you need. Colin, for this next round of banded flies, I want you to see if you can add in that knee lift again like you did for the first one.
Okay.
Trying to keep your body as still as possible. 10 seconds. All right, trying to up the intensity on this next one. Let's go. So as fast as you can. Good. Ten seconds left. Nice deep breath into your nose, expand your ribs. Exhale out. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good, perfect. Nice deep breath, 30 seconds for our last round. Good, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and going. Last round of jogging or fast walking or ended flies. Good. Try to get that heart rate up. Five seconds left. Anything got in the tank, let's give. And stop. Good, perfect. Grab a little sip of water, wipe your brow if you're starting to get a bit sweaty. Ditch the TheraBand. So this next one, ladies, is going to be star jumps. So for the first option, which would be the harder option, we're going to do the jumping in and out. Second option, which is a little bit easier, you'll be stepping from side to side, doing half the star jump. Colin, for you to be seated, you're going to be doing kind of like a seated crunch. So you're going to have your arms up by your head. You're going to try and lift one knee to your opposite elbow, get a little bit of rounding in your back, and then coming back up. So you're doing kind of like a seated oblique crunch. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah.
Yep, cool. Trying to, when you're doing that crunch, trying to really exhale, push all the air out and get your chest to your knee or elbow to your knee as close as possible.
Joking.
All right, ladies, picking your version of star jump, whether that's jumping or stepping, and we will get started in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So you're jumping or you're stepping where only one arm, one leg goes out. Or Colin doing your seated crunch. Or step. Good, 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and resting. Good. Grab a little drink after that if you're feeling a bit puffy. Wipe your face or your brow if you're getting a bit sweaty. Nice deep breaths. So this is where breathing into our rib cage is going to be important. So try and expand those ribs. 10 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1, and going again. So jumping, stepping, or crunching for that seated option. So choose whichever one you're at. Good.
You're losing it. You're losing.
Good. Nice work, everybody. 9 seconds left. So jumping, stepping. Anyone watches this at home or seated is crunching and stopping there, guys. Woo! Nice work. 30 seconds rest. We have one more round of that one.
There you go.
Yes, good.
Everyone hanging in there?
Yes.
Good. Good.
Gets the heart rate up.
Yes, it does. It really does. All right, we got 2, 1, and last round, everybody. Just choosing your own pace, whether you're jumping, stepping, or crunching for a seated option. Good. Halfway already. Nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. 10 seconds. One repetition at a time. Good. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Whew. All 3 are done. So take a moment, deep breath. We're going back to our walking, jogging thing. So you can either bring that down, just resting still. Another 10 seconds. So Colin, with this next one, I want you to tie your band around the bottom part of your thigh. Or that alternative instead of walking and jogging. So tying it around at the bottom of your thigh. I want you to do one calf raise and then try and take your knees away. Calf raise and then knees away. Does that make sense, Colin?
It makes sense. I may have difficulty with that though.
Okay.
I haven't got full movement with my right knee.
So you shouldn't be using your knee too much. It's more at the hips and then the ankle.
All right, we'll give it a try.
Just see how you go. If it's not working or you feel too uncomfortable, let me know.
Yeah.
Let me know when you're set up.
Okay.
All right, we'll do our first 30 seconds. So Sabina going into either walking or jogging, and Colin going into that banded exercise. Good. So Colin, just one calf raise at the ankle, and then you're trying to use your hips to move your knees apart, and slowly back together into a calf raise again. Good, halfway. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and resting. Good. Nice deep breath, grab a drink. How was that, Colin?
Yeah, that was all right.
It was all right? Cool.
Yeah, thank you.
No worries. Good, 10 seconds of rest left. All right, 3, 2, 1, going into it again. As you start to get puffy or more fatigued, that's when we need to remember about our breath. Try and steady the breath so our breaths aren't short and sharp. That's not getting enough oxygen into our body. 5 seconds left. 2, 1, and rest. Good. 30 seconds again, and we've got our last round.
Really good. Spell my head. So like 1.26 then. My mother's
All right, 10 seconds left.
1.5.
Got our last round. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. So last one of this one. Ten seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and resting there. Good. Grabbing another drink if you need. So Colin, for this next one, the ladies will be doing a lunge into a bicep curl. But for you, I want you, if you could be standing, that would be great. I want you to do a bicep exercise called 21s. So grabbing your dumbbells, Colin, you'll be starting with your biceps, or your arms long, sorry, and palms facing out. You're going to do a bicep curl only to halfway to start off with.
Okay.
So you're going to do that for the first 30 seconds. The second 30 seconds, you're going to start halfway and do that top range movement.
Right.
And then for the last 30 seconds, you're going to do the full movement. All right, does that sound okay?
Okay.
Cool. So you're just starting from bottom to halfway for the first one. Sabina, for yourself, we're going to be doing a lunge bicep curl. So grabbing your dumbbells as well. We're going to be going into that forward step, and when that bottom knee drops, we're going to go into our bicep curl, come back up and step together. And then that will be alternating legs. Good, and coming back up. Awesome. So let's get the timer officially started. So Colin, from bottom to only halfway for the first 30 seconds, and Sabina doing our lunge and curl. All right, let's get going. So just 30 seconds. Nine seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relaxing. Great. So for the 30 seconds rest, you can put your dumbbells down if you want. Otherwise, just hold on to them. So Colin, now for this next 30 seconds, you'll be starting halfway and going that top range. So from halfway to your shoulders. All right, so get the top of the bicep for you. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Sabina back into lunging and curl. Colin just working from halfway up to your shoulders. Almost there. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Last 30 seconds rest before our last round. Nice deep breath. Grab a drink if you need. Let's start with 15 seconds. So Colin, now you're going to be tying in the two movements and doing all the way.
Right.
So
Okay.
all the way up to top. 5 seconds. Last round of lunges, Sabina. And let's go, everybody. Good. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Everyone can pop their dumbbells down now. Nice deep breaths. And we're just going to go for just a gentle walk on the spot. There's really little movement, just shifting weight side to side. Will you be okay with this, Colin?
We'll see.
So just really, really gentle. We're just starting to cool down. Really tiny leg lifts. Try to expand the lungs, keep the spine long. Got another 10 seconds. Then we'll move into some stretches. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Good. Grab a drink of water if you'd like before we move into some stretches, just quickly. And then we'll get started. So we'll start with our chest, because one of our early ones was our push-ups. If you have just a corner of a wall or a doorway or something, try just popping your arm at this kind of right angle from your shoulder. And then you just want to step into it, trying to open up this front chest part. There. Just do it on there. It works best if you can rest your forearm against something. Try and really open up that chest. You should feel it in that little muscle that you can always feel just in front of your armpit there. Good. And swapping sides. You have to turn around, use the other wall edge, but you're trying to put your forearm against that and then leaning forward. Good, and resting there. Let's come into just a few spinal rotations or our thoracic twists like we do at the start. Nice and spine. Good. 3, 2, 1. And then for our next one, we're going to try just a little bit of a roll down. So from this standing position, just go tuck your chin to your chest and then just slowly roll your shoulders forward and down. If you want to have a chair in front of you, you can. Just to put a little bit of support into your body. Just go as far as you can where you might feel a little pull in your hamstrings. Deep breath at the bottom there, and then on your exhale, just rolling back up slowly. We'll just do it one more time. So at the top, just take a moment. Inhale, and then exhale, roll down. Nice and slow. You might be able to go a little bit further this time. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, rolling back up. Just nice and slow so you don't get any head rush. And then a couple of shoulder rolls. Good, perfect. Let's move into a little bit of a calf raise because we probably did use it a little bit without realizing. So trying to go for that forward foot, back foot, and just doing a calf raise like so. Trying to push that heel down to the ground. And then swapping sides. Good, and coming back up. And we'll go into a seated position for our last stretch. We'll get our hamstrings. We're just sitting towards the edge, so you don't want to be all the way back on your chair. And we'll go for one long leg or as long as you can if you don't have that full range covered. And so just trying to lean forward into it and get your hamstring stretched down the back of your thigh. You might feel it a little bit in your lower back if you're a bit tight there. As long as it's not painful, it's all good. Good, coming back up, doing that other leg. So setting up in that same long leg position, toes going up to the roof. And then just folding into it. Awesome, and coming back up. Good, that's us all done for today. I hope you all enjoyed.
Thank you. Yes.
Just a little intro into that cardiovascular health. So we'll keep expanding on it over the coming sessions. If you have any questions about today afterwards, I will try and get that email information emailed out. So when you read through it, if you're still a bit confused about something, sing out in the next session. I'm sure we'll be able to answer to the best of our knowledge.
I won't be here Thursday morning, so if you just pass that on, please, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, all good.
I'll see you again next Tuesday.
Sounds good. See you then.
Okay, have a good week. Thank you
Yeah,
very
you
much.
too.
It was good. Got the heart rate going there.
Good. No, it takes a lot. It takes like a whole body exercise. So yeah, no, it's good. Very good.
Fantastic.
Awesome. Enjoy your week, Davina.
Thank you. See you later. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Glenn. See you later.
Bye.